Hello everybody, Dr. Aryn here. I am one of the chiropractors with Inspire Life Chiropractic Center. If you are new to this group, welcome. It's so nice to have you. I'm in my home and I'm like slowly but surely getting, content creation sort of space set up. So give me feedback. Like, do we like the blue wall or should I paint to a different color? I'm a little undecided. But I hope you guys are having a great kickoff to Memorial Day weekend. It's a long weekend for a lot of you guys. Our office included will be closed on Monday. So I personally am spending the time getting more settled into my home. I'm probably going to paint my kitchen this weekend and get rid of stuff and hopefully empty out all of the boxes that I still have remaining that I've just kind of pushed in my spare bedroom. So in the comments, please let me know what you're doing this weekend. I would love to know. So today I really wanted to just talk about restorative versus reorganizational chiropractic. So this morning I went to a BNI, which is like a business networking sort of group, to like a regional meeting. So I got to meet people from all over the region here in the Twin Cities sort of area in Minnesota. And there were two other chiropractors there, and it was a really great brainstorming sort of session where we're sitting down and we're talking about our referral sort of partners and who we ideally get business from and all that great stuff. And the type of chiropractic care that Dr. Mel and I practice is very different than the traditional sort of chiropractic. And so our conversations, who we primarily get clients from, is very different than who they usually get clients from. And both serve and both are awesome. And so we also started having a conversation about drafting emails to build connections with people within our little referral network. And we were talking about ChatGPT. And if you don't know what that is, it is an AI sort of software. You type in a prompt and you're like, give me information about this, and it will write out something very cohesive actually, and most of it's pretty accurate. And out of curiosity, I put in give me 3 differences between restorative chiropractic and reorganizational chiropractic. So restorative chiropractic is very much like what you see traditional sort of chiropractors do. The technique NetworkSpinal that Dr. Mel and I practice is more in that reorganizational sort of category. So I'm basically going to share what ChatGPT came up with, and I was actually very impressed. One thing that it did intro with was that both of these are here to promote health and wellness of the patient. They just differ in the application. So to get started, number 1, it says focus and goals are what's different. So on a restorative side, you're usually more so addressing the musculoskeletal sort of complaint and really getting the patient out of pain and discomfort. So there's more emphasis on restoring proper alignment and also the function of all the joints. So joints of the body and the spine. So the primary goal is to alleviate those sort of symptoms and also improve overall physical health and function. So for reorganizational, it actually referenced NetworkSpinal, and I said, oh, okay. So it says that specifically Network, which is the technique that Dr. Mel and I do, it's focusing on the facilitation of the reorganizational and integration of the nervous system. So in the restorative, it doesn't talk much about nervous system. It's talking more about musculoskeletal sort of complaints and the movement of the joints and the spine. And yes, we pay attention to that obviously, but our main focus is of the neural integrity really of the nervous system. Where's the tension showing up? And if you relieve that, then it relieves the tension and improves mobility of the joints as well. So that was really cool. It says that the goal is to enhance the body's self-regulatory mechanisms, promote self-healing, and improve overall wellness. We use light touches along the spine in order to facilitate that neural reorganizational and somatic awareness. So that was actually really cool, right? Number 2, for the way in which we differ between restorative and reorganizational. And again, like, this isn't to say one's better than the other. It's just to take a look at how they are different and how they still both serve the individual. So techniques and methods. So the way that we actually apply the technique is very different from a traditional chiropractor, more of that restorative approach, versus what we do within like the reorganizational world. So for restorative, you're using more of those manual spinal manipulations and adjustments, and the goal is to improve the misalignment of the spine. Vertebrae is moved out of place, let's get into proper alignment, and improve overall joint mobility. So reorganizational, it is employing a unique set of techniques that's actually focusing on the nervous system and its relationship with the spine. So I kind of already said that. Using light touches, and we call those entrainments because it's actually looking at the overall frequency of the nervous system, because the nervous system has always been thought to communicate via electrical impulses. It's actually sound waves, which is a whole research thing that if you're interested in that, I can share that. I'd love to. So that's why we talk about like frequency and the tone. Chiropractic was founded on tone, so we're really entraining the nervous system to be at a different frequency. And it helps the body then develop new strategies for stress management and for self-regulation. So it talks about how there's more a series of progressive adjustments in order to facilitate a repatterning of the person's nervous system, and that way we can promote wellness. So the third, which ChatGPT, the third is very much the same as the first, which was like the focus and goals. So number 3, the way that it says restorative and reorganizational is different. It says the way that we approach wellness and long-term benefits. So the reason why I say it's kind of similar to the focus and goals, your goals are usually aimed at long-term, short-term and long-term. So what it's speaking to here is for restorative, it's usually aimed more so at getting the patient out of pain, asymptomatic, and hopefully all that will improve overall wellness. So it reminds me more of like an insurance model where there has to be something wrong. Let's get you out of pain and back to where you were before, and then everything's fine. However, when you're out of pain, like you ideally, and you have better joint mobility, the nervous system is able to communicate more coherently, and there's better blood flow and lymphatic drainage and all that. It's amazing for your overall health and wellness, but it seems like that's where it stops. And that's why I say it's kind of similar to an insurance model. Insurance doesn't cover once you become well or restored again. So the difference with reorganizational, and part of the reason why we don't actually accept insurance in the office, is that we're taking a broader perspective on health and wellness, and it's actually focused long-term on the body's self-regulatory capabilities. So we're always telling people that we're teaching their system to become more self-efficient, because we don't want to see you all the time for the same issues. We want to see you develop and evolve and change over time. So we're addressing the overall nervous system's function to enhance the body's ability to adapt to the stress and optimize their health and wellness. And I say to reach their ultimate potential and live in alignment with who they are. Authenticity, right? If you're in alignment, then you're able to be the most authentic version of yourself and attract everything that is authentic to you as well. So this also is going to increase your overall somatic awareness. And somatic is a big word used in the health paradigm right now. But that's basically just body awareness. That's what somatic is. So for reorganizational and NetworkSpinal, like what we do, the long-term benefit is that improved well-being, enhanced emotional resilience, and increased quality of life. And I would take it a step further and just generational healing and amazing things to come in your life. So it was really cool to kind of see how ChatGPT actually took these two and actually like provided very like realistic information. There are some things that I would elaborate and probably change a little bit, but this is one a really great educational thing for why or how the two, like traditional chiropractic versus what we do in the office, are different, and to teach that both serve. Neither one is bad by any means. It's really up to the patient and practice member what their goals are, what they're looking for. We are here regardless to help you however we can. And this is also a really great opportunity to give an example of like how you could use ChatGPT, because I mean, I kind of forget that it's a thing, and it's a really great opportunity to kind of put into practice and see what it's able to come up with and then elaborate on there. So I hope this was informative and cool for you guys, for me to dive into. Again, I'm Dr. Aryn. I am one of the chiropractors with Inspire Life Chiropractic Center. If you want to tap into our world a little bit more and like get to know us, we are hosting a forest bathing, which is next Saturday, June 3rd at 10 a.m. And you should just reach out to us and say, hey, I'm interested. That way we can give you all the details on where to meet us. But we're planning to meet at Crosby Farm Regional Park. I don't have the address, but I could maybe drop that. And forest bathing is just it's like a Japanese sort of practice of going out into nature and being mindful. Nature, I mean, research has shown that doing this sort of activity actually can reduce a person's cortisol levels, which is obviously going to improve blood pressure, your mental health, overall sleep and concentration, all sorts of amazing benefits. And trees give off a antimicrobial sort of essential oil that boosts your immune system. So if you need a little bit of immune help, this is a really great opportunity. And then we'll have a breathwork class focusing on stages 4 through 7 of the 12 stages of healing by Dr. Donnie Epstein, who is actually the founder of the chiropractic technique that we practice in the office. And that will be it's Saturday, June 24th, and it's at the office at 11:30. So all that is actually on like our Inspire Life Chiropractic Center page, and we'd love to have you. It's donation based. Forest bathing is totally free, so just come, bring your family. Paved pathways, so if you have someone who would prefer paved pathways, then it will be a perfect situation for you. So thank you for tuning in, and if you're watching the replay, still drop what you did or are doing for Memorial Day weekend. Keep inspiring.